Hello again. We're out at Grizedale for the second day. Just more pottering around the fire roads mainly today. Right. Thank you. So as I was saying, messing around on the fire roads, had a good ride yesterday, 36k. It's a lot busier today. It's a Sunday. Everyone's heading up to the top. Even though it's a big effort to get up to the top of these hills on an eMTB, still feel guilty riding past analog bikes. And get off that main climb. Anyway, a bit quieter here. Temperature today is expecting to hit 23-24 degrees. Hotter than yesterday. So even with the assist, it's a struggle getting up some of these climbs. I'm not using turbo, I'm just using eMTB, which the more effort you put in, the more assistance it gives you up to the maximum. I think we'll have a stop and a drink here. Before we decide which way I'm going to go. But spoiler alert, it's probably going to be right up the hill, up there. Let's go. I have changed the video settings on the DJI OSMO Action 5 Pro camera, which is mounted on the bars, compared to yesterday. Yesterday I had it in 4K 50 frames a second, and I had it in horizon balancing, so when I shake the bars and turn around corners, it keeps things level. That's good for a smooth ride, but I wanted to see what it was like with a more wide angle shot. I think at the moment I've got it on, again, 4K, but I've dropped the frame rate down to 25 FPS, and I'm on Rocksteady with ultra wide, and I believe that should let the camera view rock side to side, especially when going around corners. But because of the wide field of view at the edges at the left and right of the picture, you get a better sense of, you get a sense of more speed. But you lose a little bit of detail. But to be honest, on a bike ride, I'm not sure whether the detail is as important as having a sense of your surroundings. Motion blur is a positive thing, so we'll see. We'll compare them both and see what they look like. It certainly looks as though there's only me decided to come up this way, which will do for me. I would imagine that there's not many mountain bikers coming up this route because it is just a fire trail, a fire road through the forest. It's not taking you to any trailheads for the downhill sections. And I would think the majority of riders who are here today will be heading up to the top. And doing some laps going back down again. Oh, this is a good road. I like this. See, that's one thing that crosses my mind with the whole analog versus eMTB. When they're coming down, you're not using the motor, so you get just as much fun. You have to be a bit more careful with an eMTB because you've got the extra weight. But for going up, all those people were a quarter of the way up the climb, and a lot of them were pushing. Now, if they wanted to do 2 or 3 laps, you'd have to do that 2 or 3 times. But with the electric assist, it just means you can get more laps in. So really, even the seasoned downhill and the expert riders, there are advantages with an e-bike, even if you're getting what I call a half fat, if you've got like a lower power motor and a half size battery to keep the weight down. The only time you're going to use it is when you're climbing up the hill back to the trailhead to set off again. There it is.
That's not a bike picture opportunity.
Last 2 days I've done that.
That's placed there perfectly, isn't it?
I think a bike has definitely left that log.
Yeah.
There was
I can tell you now, if he hadn't, I'd be going to get one.
there's a stump there as well if you want to put both of them up.
Beautiful, isn't it? What a day to spend Father's Day.
Oh, fantastic,
I've
isn't
got
it?
5 kids and they're all not with me today, and they were all like, "Oh, we're really sorry."
Result.
Oh, it's fine.
No, it doesn't get much better than that, does it?
Whizzing past that.
Right, there we are.
We back on?
Have a good day.
And you?
Take it easy.
All the best. See you in a bit. Wow. I think I came here yesterday. No, I didn't. This is a dead end. Spectacular. Yeah, this is just a forest road. Wow. It's just, the whole region is absolutely gorgeous. You see a lake and there's hills next to them. They climb up into foothills. Behind there, mountains. Beyond them are even higher mountains. And beyond there, as far as the eye can see, there are fells and more mountains. It's unreal. It really is a special place. I've spent about 20 minutes sitting here. That was time well spent. There's just nothing, apart from one dog barking about a mile away, at least on the other side of Coniston. And that was the only thing you could hear. Spectacular. So we'll go back up this fire road, a logging road. And carry on up the hill. I definitely came up this way yesterday. We've got the wooden sculptured mushrooms, brightly painted, every now and again at the side of the trail. They're buried in the trees for the kids to look for them. Right. Goosey Foot Tarn. That sounds like somewhere I want to go and have a look at. Rather a different type of path, this. Goosey Foot Tarn. There are signs to it, so it must be good. Oh, here we go. Welcome to Goosey Foot Tarn. Beautiful. I think we should probably carry on to the left. This could purely be an access road for forestry. It's not as well maintained as the other forest roads. See, new planting on the left, felling on the right. Bumpy, bumpy. Lots of rocks flying around, hitting the frame. There's footpaths off to there, off to the right. This looks like what I would expect a forest road to look like. For the forestry vehicles. A fire break. Well, at least this track is showing up on Garmin, on the bike computer, so it's not just something that's been created recently by the look of it. This is lovely. Just have to be very careful where you put the wheels. There's the occasional cobble and boulder sticking up out on the road. That'll spoil your day. Yeah, look at that. Log stacks waiting to take away. That's probably wood chips, biomass. And here is a road. Oh, I know where we are now. I've been past on this road and seen those signs, that road that we've just been down with all the work taking place. We spotted that yesterday on that ride. Well, yesterday we came up this. Must be a long way down. I wonder if we can accidentally find the visitors centre again. That was potluck yesterday. I'm still pleased about that. Hawkeshead, quarter of a mile. Hawkeshead. It's the village. I'm going to go to Hawkeshead. Hawkeshead, 3/4 of a mile. Cycling, walking and horses. So that will be a bridle way. Ooh, it's nice and dark in here. Drop the seats and stand up for this. Bear in mind we've got to come back up this as well. This isn't what I expected, but it's good. I like it. So keep your eyes on where your front wheel's going and keep your eye on what's on either side to rub past your legs, and keep an eye on what's above you that's going to overhang and bang into your head. And do that all the time while controlling your bike. There we are. I'm going to come back up here in a minute. Wet here now. I pulled up here just to have a drink, and an old couple walked past in the other direction where I've just come. So I'm going to give them time to move out the way, but I don't want to go back up too soon. So I think we're committed to Hawkeshead now. Says 3/4 of a mile down this nice little track. That'll teach me. But I suppose it'll give me an opportunity to see how a bike does going uphill. I take it this is Hawkeshead. Thanks. We're in Hawkeshead. Lovely. Nice one. Said summer music. Six. About going up that way. So this is where I was. There will be other routes back into the forest, but I have a feeling that a lot of them will involve roads, and I haven't got my lights on today, so I'm going to go back the way we came down. I imagine this is going to be a bit more assist than normal in a low gear, especially those rock features that we came down. We're going to have to be steady away over them. Slow and steady wins the race, because we're not in a race at the minute. No reason to rush. We just plough on through. I don't know where all these silly naming conventions are coming from. Oh, there we are. the barn. Nice. Nice and steady. Stops the back end from skidding out. I'm going to try and stay off those rocks as much as possible. It's a wet tyre on those rocks, that's when you lose traction, but you stay on the dirty stuff at either side. It's a lot better. Tyre treads grip, have something to grip to. I have no idea how much what this looks like on the camera. It's bouncing me up and down all over the place. Watching ahead where we're heading for. There we go. Looking at where we're putting the front wheel. Bit of balance. And then over this side. There we go. This wet section was the section that I was least looking forward to, based on how it felt going down it. Ha! Missed the pedal strike then. This is the back end is gripping, but it's gripping on loose boulders. You know, banging off the wheels. And there's the gate. Now normally I would stay on the bike for going through a gate, but because of the uphill I'm going to push my way through this one. Get the heart rate up anyway. But the camera doesn't demonstrate exactly how steep this is. It's extremely steep. So this is a little bit of a flat spot. So Kick off again, nice and easy. Low gear. I'm switching between first and second gear at the minute in eMTB assist mode, but not pedalling fast, just being consistent. That's the trick. Keep the forward momentum going. Which means picking a line that lets the bike carry on rolling, even if you stop pedaling for a second. Of course, the motor has overrun, so if I do need to stop pedaling for half a second, the pedal assist keeps going for a second or so. It's handy if you just need to reset to avoid a pedal strike. And I seem to think that little stream was the worst of the heavy stuff. I don't want to bump into those walkers that we met earlier. I don't know whether they're coming all the way up to the top or whether they've taken one of the footpaths off to the side, but I'm just aware of the possibility of walkers and other bikers going in either direction on here. I've got a really good view ahead at the moment, so I know there's nothing ahead of me. I think this is the top again. All right. So there you are. Grizedale Forest down to Hawkeshead on a sketchy footpath. But Hawkeshead is really nice. I think we can try and increase the gears now we've finished that technical section. Although I'm just enjoying the ride at the moment at fairly slow speed. Really pleased with that trip down to Hawkeshead. I wouldn't normally ride on trails like that, so it was good. Little sense of achievement. All this riding, I've just checked my microphone to make sure it's still strapped onto my backpack strap, and it is, so I should check it more often really. Could have been talking to myself and all this would have been wasted. I'll tell you one thing, because I've been off the bike for so long, and then I did 35k, 36k yesterday, and so far we're on about 16k for today. I do have a slight case of arse. Obviously I'm a bit out of spending too much time out of the saddle, but it won't take too much time to sort out. Aha. So this is the road. I'm going to find the gravel trail again. This is somewhere I've not been before. Now I said I wasn't gonna. This one here. No. Wonder where this is. I don't know. I'm just mumbling to myself now, aren't I? My whole train of thought then was, right, this is the road that runs down between Hawkeshead through Grizedale to Satterthwaite. And Satterthwaite's where we set off. So I could, if I follow that road, I'll end up at the visitor centre, which is on the road. And then the trail that I was on, the silver coloured trail, heads up here, which is on the east side of that road, which would suggest, I'll probably be wrong, but the trails to my left at the moment would take you up into the hills up on the mountain that would ultimately overlook Windermere, because the road and the valley, Hawkeshead to Satterthwaite, is in a valley, and on the west side you've got mountains that overlook Coniston, and on the east side you've got mountains which overlook Windermere. wasn't talking during that downhill section then because I was having such a good time, and I wasn't sure whether the microphone would actually pick up my voice. It sounded really loud in my own ears. I'm using the DJI mic Mini, which has it's attached just below my chin to my neck strap, and it's got a dead cat on it, which seems to do quite a decent job of cutting out background noise and wind. Climbing back up again now. Yeah, we're definitely on the other side of the valley. See if there's a viewing spot. Whoa! Now that, you see that wood there, I put my foot on it and it just rolled over. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at where we are. So that is Grizedale Forest where we've been riding. Down at the bottom here, you can't see it because of these trees, that's the road. So we're on the other side of the valley now, which I didn't expect to be up here. But Satterthwaite is somewhere down in the valley up there. So I'm assuming that we'll end up go this way, follow the valley and end up going back to our start point from this other direction. Who knows? Nobody knows. It'll be fun finding out though. Right, let's get back. Okay, so I've had a look at the map. There should be a road at the bottom of this track. If we turn right, it'll take us to the main road again at Grizedale, where the visitor centre should be. And if that actually works out, I'll be double chuffed, because on 2 separate occasions I've found the visitor centre completely by accident. It doesn't really mean anything. Now, is this the road that I need to take? I'm going to have another check of the map just to make sure, because this is a forest road, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to go down here. It showed it up as a road, but it's obviously not. This might be fun. Drop the seat and take it nice and steady. Don't want any punches. I'm going to check the map again just to make sure that I'm actually going the right way before I commit myself. Yeah, this is the right way. Okay. Like a stream, just pebbles and water. Probably wouldn't have come down here if I'd have known it was motorbike coming up. The smell of petrol and two-stroke or whatever they use to fuel them. Right. Right. The difference is, those guys who just came up, they're the same age as me, and they're doing it for the sport and for the love of the hobby. They're not doing it so that they can run around snatching purses or just use illegal bikes in illegal places. So although it's noisy and a bit smelly, no complaints with that whatsoever. Looks like they're having a really good time, so I can't hear any more. So I think we'll crack on. I don't like this. I don't like the look of this bit. Let's go. It's a front wheel off the brake. Slowing down on the rear wheel. Keep the momentum going. And don't look at what's going on in the fields next to you. Focus on what's directly in front of you. With the rock. Have we made it? We have. Holy crap, we've made it. Woohoo! I'm going to stop here, have a drink. Okay, so we're at the visitor centre and we're going to head up back into the hills where we were yesterday. You swallowed a fly. Gate closed, onward and upward. So we're back in the forest that we've been the last couple of days, and this is the lower forest road between Grizedale and Whyte. We started off yesterday's ride coming up here. Can't remember much of it, but I know it's a fair old run. Nice. Need to stop talking at the minute because there's flies everywhere. And I've already had my lunch. Don't need more protein, thank you very much. Wow. Right. Right. So this is where we started today's ride. We started off going up there, I think. It's so long ago I can't remember. Anyway, that's it for today. Grizedale day 2. Really enjoyed it. Not as long as yesterday, but like I say, my arse was feeling it a bit today, and I had ulterior motives. Didn't get a chance to get the drone up. Didn't feel comfortable with the wind up on the top, so probably have a play with the drone this afternoon back at the cottage. See how that goes. Anyway, thanks for coming along again, and I shall see you on the next video. Bye for now.